I have 10 shocking facts about astrology. These are things that astronomers do not know, and even astrologers do not know. Number one, astrology is not divination or a symbolic language. Now, that's not a shock to you if you're not an astrologer, but if you're a student of astrology in the United States or Canada or anywhere in South America or Europe, you've heard this. Your teachers told you, oh, it's a symbolic language. It's an archetypal language. No, it's not. Why do I say that? Because we state facts. We even have computer-generated reports saying, oh, you're an Aries, you're pioneering, you're Taurus, you're stubborn. We measure the positions of the planets. We can predict where they all will be in the future. These are facts that exist outside of the scope of someone involved in giving you a psychic reading or a card reading. Even Jeffrey Cornelius, who is famous for promoting this idea that astrology is divination, said that it's not limited by divination. It's only limited now by denying the fact that you're looking at measurable facts and interpreting them. So no, it's not a symbolic language. Even physics uses a symbolic language of mathematics. You can call anything symbolic. Even physics uses statistics. Not true in every case. Okay, so it's not a symbolic language. Number two, since it's not a symbolic language, you can scientifically evaluate it. Astrologers say, whoa, it's too complicated. You can't handle all those variables. And it's multivalent and all these. Oh, excuse. It's called lazy. Astrologers can be so lazy that when research is done, they won't even read it. They won't even look at it. Oh, it's unbelievable. It doesn't matter whether the results support astrology. They just use their personal experience. That's fine. Why bother to look? Is Aries really pioneering? People have looked. They found out. They use modern research methods. Do astrologers care? No. Not even at the major conferences, the so-called great astrologers. No, they don't look at it. Why bother? Like this lady here, I can just be yawning away and sleeping through life. Now, what about those cynics of astrology? People I know and love, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy. They tell you all this baloney about, oh, you're not an Aries, you're a Pisces because the constellations moved. Oh, bro, read a history book. I mean, Claudius Ptolemy, around just in the 1st century, wrote the Tetrabiblos. You guys know this. You went to college, right? I mean, did you ever read it? He says very clearly that he's using the tropical zodiac, and he knew about precession of the equinoxes. Oh my God, I mean, where do they come up with this stuff? Unbelievable. Now, here's a real shocker. You ready for this one? Here it comes. There is scientific evidence for astrology. Believe it or not. Everybody says, oh no, there's no evidence. Even astrologers say this. Well, there is. I wrote a book about it. I have free videos online. We're using modern data mining methods. We're building models. Strong evidence. Have we proved anything? Well, that's another one of these lies. We don't use the word proof in these kinds of scientific endeavors. We build confidence levels. We have good confidence levels. I told you, this is shocking. All these things you're hearing, not true. There's not. I mean, this is not debatable. This is just what's actually happening. Let's get real. Now, then people say, well, I haven't taken courses. Sorry about that. There's a massive amount of free online information on astrology. I've made 800 tutorial videos. Free! They're indexed. You can go into lots of other people have done them. There's lots of wonderful free information. It's there on the scientific research, on the theories, on the traditional ideas, all kinds of stuff. Easily available. It's the 21st century. There's something called the internet. People have been putting this stuff out there. It's there. No excuses, man. There's no excuses from the cynics like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye and zillions of other scientists. No excuses for the astrologers. It's there. You don't even have to buy the book. You've got an internet connection. Do it, man. Okay. So no reason to play dumb. And that's to both the astronomers and the astrologers. The information's there. So while people are sleeping in the field of astrology and scientists are ignoring what's going on, of course the scientists are told by the sleepy astrologers what's happening, so maybe they have an excuse. So while all this stuff is going on, there's a revolution happening. Yeah, a revolution. So even while top astrologers, they just rely on their personal experience. They don't care what research is being done. They use their intuition, their sensitivity, and astronomers listen to the innocuous pontifications of the astrologers. There's a revolution. Discoveries are being made. There's the Cosmobiology Institute in the United States. There's Correlation Magazine in England, publishing, producing, putting out technical research articles by data scientists, by mathematicians, by PhDs. Not that you have to have a PhD to understand things, but you get my point. Wow, this is happening. A revolution's happening very quietly, and it's starting to spread. People are starting to become aware of it. And oh, by the way, another shocking thing, when you say astrology, people say, well, Aries, Taurus, and there was research done, and the Aries, Taurus stuff didn't work, and it's been shown not to work. Well, okay, so now you're conflating the whole field of astrology with zodiac signs and houses? You can have an entire system of astrology that doesn't include signs and houses. Almost all of the models I've built using modern research methods hardly involve zodiac signs. Very often they don't involve signs or houses or any of that stuff at all. So please don't say astrology equals zodiac signs or whatever. That's one variable among many. Okay, so let's see. Number 9. Oh, this is another one. Another shocking revelation. People say, well, astrology puts you in a box. It's like a form of bigotry. Like, what, you're not going to hire people because they're in Aries and this has to happen. And what about free will? Oh my God. Does genetics deny free will? I mean, they're just making this stuff. Astrology does not put you in a box. Just the opposite. It leads to intelligent conversations, understanding. It shows motivation. It's highly therapeutic. It's about energetic processes and motivations. It's a wonderful tool if it's done intelligently. Unfortunately, astrology is not regulated, and your dog can say, you can bark and say, ruff, 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 I'm an astrologer. I mean, there's no whatever. So, but there is developing an academic level of astrology. It exists, and it is therapeutic in its applications. Another shocking thing. The one or two things that astrologers put out there very often are wrong. It's unbelievable. For example, compatibility. Oh, I'm an Aries, and I get along with Leo because we're fire signs, and all this stuff. So, well, we've done research. There's over 20,000 married couples with birth times. Huge amounts of data. We can go through this data, see what's going on. And you know what we see in the data? When you actually look beyond your personal experience, sorry, dating websites, but data-driven evidence shows that signs that are, if there's any kind of astrology sign thing going on, this wasn't statistically significant, but it was heading in that direction. The only thing that showed was signs that are quincunx. These are supposed to be the worst combinations, like Aries to Virgo or Aries to Scorpio. Wow. The little bit they tell you is wrong. So, and even the idea of what the signs mean isn't completely confirmed by data-driven evidence using modern research methods. So the little bit of astrology that's out there, a lot of it's not even supported. So 10 shocking things. I hope they shock you. I hope they wake you up that at least one, if even one of these 10 things, you go, oh, wow, holy smokes, good. We need a shock because this is a little bit crazy at this point. Now, by the way, who am I? the Mr. Know-It-All, telling you that these 10 things from astronomers and astrologers are wrong. Well, just to give you a little background, I have a BA in psychology and MA in research and evaluations methods from the University of Florida. I got to plug my alma mater there. I'm the co-author of academic papers. I've got a little screen capture of one of them. I've won all these awards, whatever awards are worth, not a whole lot, but I show a picture of one of them. I was, president, research director of major organizations in astrology, for whatever that's worth, because it's not worth a whole lot. But anyway, I'm a co-founder. This I'm a little more proud of. I'm also proud of being part of the University of Florida and actually doing real research, but also co-founder of Cosmobiology Institute, academic level institute, to pursue these things. Okay, so that's it. 10 shocking things, weird stuff going on in astrology, even by the so-called great astrologers at the prestigious conferences, and certainly by a lot of the cynics of astrology. Okay, we need to raise our critical thinking and academic standards everywhere. Okay, that's it. If you enjoyed this and you're not a subscriber, if you could just click that subscribe button, it would help tremendously. There's also a membership for people who want to get really involved, live online meetings twice a month, etc. Subscribing is free. Go for it. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.